Nama Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami iti namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharani Nivashesha Shunyavari Praskachadi Satarani. Tapta Kanchan Gaurange Radhi Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhana Sutta Devi Pranamani Hari Pri Vancha Kalpa Durubhya Sakripa Sindhu Vyevacha Patitanam Bhavanebhya Vaishnavibhya Namo Namah Chaitanya Charitam Bhoja Mukundalio Bhaje Isham Prashadam Macharna Paramapyamo Bhava Pangam Lagayate Selam Mukam Vadaksha Takripitamaham Bande Krishna Chaitanya Ishwaram Shri Guru Dina Dharane Shri Guru Dina Dharane Paramananda Mahaman. So today we are celebrating the auspicious appearance of Srila Prabhupada, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So according to Bhagavad Gita, one should approach a spiritual master. We have this verse, chapter 4, text 34. Tad vidhi pranapatena paraprasena sevya upidakshanti te jnanam jnanayas tad pradarshana. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge because they have seen the truth. So this is the main verse in the entire Bhagavad Gita, which explains the need to approach a spiritual master. Prabhupada writes, the path of spiritual realization is undoubtedly difficult. Undoubtedly it is difficult. There are many twists, there are many turns. There are many bogus so-called gurus, sahajiyas, and deviants, pseudo-spiritualists, and so forth. But if one is sincere, then there's a guru in the heart, and his name is Chaitaguru. And that Chaitaguru will guide you. And that Chaitaguru will guide you to the Vatmapadakshika Guru, is the one who first tells you about Krishna, introduces you to spiritual life. So there are 4 gurus. Chaitaguru, we mentioned, that's Paramatma. Vatmapadakshika Guru, whom we should offer respect to, even though it was a brief meeting in the originally. My Vatmapadakshika Gurus in plural, 3 or 4. I never see them now, but I still pray on a regular basis to their kindness that they originally introduced me, sold me a book, etc. Then there's Diksha Guru and Siksha Guru. Diksha Guru is called initiating Guru, Siksha Guru is called instructing Guru. Generally, the main Siksha Guru is your Diksha Guru. But ISKCON is so vast, and gurus are so less, and have to travel all over the world. It may not be. It may be that your main Siksha Guru is someone else. It can be a guru, it can be a god brother or god sister of one's guru, or a grand disciple who's more advanced than you, who you take advice and shelter from. So this is Siksha Guru, instructing Guru. And then Diksha Guru we know, initiates. So Prabhupada said initiating and instructing Guru. Diksha and Siksha are equal and identical manifestations of Krishna's mercy. So within our ISKCON society, we should emphasize more this instructing Guru concept of taking shelter of Vaishnavas who are more serious than us, who can help and guide us, who are sympathetic to us, but who may not necessarily be our Diksha Gurus. This is very important. Prabhupada continues, the Lord therefore advises us to approach a bona fide spiritual master in the line of disciple succession from the Lord himself. No one can be a bona fide spiritual master without following this principle of disciple succession. So disciple succession, we've understood. This is sampradaya or parampara. So I've mentioned a number of times the word sampradaya. Sam, S-A-M, means correct. Pra, means superior or elevated. And daya means connection. So the correct superior connection to transcendental knowledge, sampradaya, parampara. There are four. One coming from Lord Brahma, and the main acharya is Madhva, not Madhava acharya, but Madhva acharya, as Brahma Sampradaya. Then the Sri Sampradaya, coming from Lakshmi, and the main acharya, and that one is Ramanuja acharya. Then the Rudra Sampradaya, obviously coming from Lord Shiva Rudra, and Vishnu Swami is the main. And then the Kumara Sampradaya, coming from the four Kumaras. Nimbakacharya is the main one. And they've each written commentaries on Vedanta Sutra. So Lord Chaitanya appeared within the Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, accepting Ishvara Puri as his spiritual master. Ishvara Puri accepted Madhavendra Puri as his guru. Madhavendra Puri accepted Lakshmi Pati Tirtha, and then Vishnu Tirtha, and then it goes back to Jayadev, Rajendra, Vidyanidhi, Mahanidhi, Jnanasindhu, Jayatirtha, all the way back to Narada Muni, Vyasadeva, Narada Muni, and Lord Brahma. So we're very fortunate. Srila Prabhupada is firmly connected in the Brahma Sampradaya and was inspired by the Lord to come to the West and to preach Krishna consciousness. On one talk, Lord Chaitanya, Prabhupada said, Lord Chaitanya instructed Rupa and Sanatan, Lokanath Goswami, and the other 6 Goswamis to go to Vrindavan and preach. And then he instructed Lord Nityananda to go to Bengal and preach. And then Prabhupada said he left the rest of the world for us, or ISKCON. So gradually we are preaching all over the world, over 600 centers. Bhagavad Gita now is in 65 different editions. Ishopanishad 65, more or less. So this is due to the potency of one person, and that is Srila Prabhupada. Prior to 1965, there was no discussion of Vaishnava understanding of Bhagavad Gita. The Bhagavatam was not in English. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Actually, I think Bhagavatam, 1 or 2 volumes was in English. One scholar was researching the Bhagavatam and could only find 2 copies. One copy in Harvard University library and another in another. But now, due to Prabhupada's disciples and Prabhupada's inspiration, the Bhagavatam is in 25 different languages all over the world. So this is the BBT, of course. So due to Prabhupada's potency, this Krishna consciousness, the name of Krishna, the name of Ram, it is gradually spreading all over the world. This is very wonderful. And we are connected to that illustrious soul. Either we are direct disciples, like Srila Bhakti Chaitanya Maharaj, Srila Kadamba Khan Maharaj, Srila Giraj Maharaj, and others in South Africa, Niranjana Swami, etc. Or we are grand disciples, or we are great grand disciples. Now there's even great-grand disciples. Actually, I think there's even great-great-grand disciples. So things are spreading. This is very nice. So we should reaffirm our dedication to Srila Prabhupada and appreciate how fortunate we are to be connected to him. We're connected to him through initiation, Diksha Parampara. We're connected to him through Siksha. We're taking his advice. We're taking his guidance. We're reading his books. We're associating with him through his books. It's not quite the same as associating with him personally, but still, to associate through Vani or instruction is very much appreciated and required. Some people may object, and they say, why am I minimizing Vani, which means instruction? But I give you the example that if we're in Radhanath Temple, and in the library we have all of Prabhupada's books, but Prabhupada himself is upstairs, personally. Now where will we go? Will we take shelter and read the books, or will we go to that personality who's in the temple room? So you can see the personality is more important. So when we get Vani from the Vapu, that's the best. When Vapu is not present, when Vapu, Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta, Bhaktivedanta, when they're apricot, then we have to rely on their instructions. But when we become more advanced on the level of Ashakti and Bhav, then these illustrious personalities can direct us personally. But that's for more advanced. We're not so advanced. Occasionally we may have some dream of Prabhupada, but it's usually a little mixed with a mode of passion because we're still conditioned souls. So Vani and Vapu, Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur has expressed it very nicely by saying that when one hears Hari Katha from one is blessed, but when one hears it from the mouth of the Param Bhagavat, Uttama Bhagavat or Madhyam Bhagavat, the advanced devotee, then that blessing comes even quicker. So Vani, yes, but with it Vapu as well. And that is the most relishable. So now we're associating with Prabhupada's disciples who have that Vapu or that personal association with Prabhupada, like Giraj Swami. And through their association, we're tasting a little bit about Srila Prabhupada's association. And of course, we're reading Prabhupada Lilamrita. Most important scripture to read, Prabhupada Lilamrita. Prabhupada said in Bombay that you cannot know someone unless you love them. Without knowing someone, you can't love them. Love is far away. So we have to know about a personality. And by reading Prabhupada Lilamrita, Hari Suri's Transcendental Diary, Rida Prabhu's book is nice, Destination South Africa, and other wonderful books by Prabhupada's disciples, we can get to know Prabhupada a little better as a human being. He is a human being. He's liberated. He's a Nityasiddha. And he's a resident of Vrindavan, an associate of Radha and Krishna. But he's appeared in an apparent material body and practicing what is apparently sadhana bhakti, rising early, chanting, giving class. But actually he's Nityasiddha. He's an eternally liberated soul. And his position is to serve Radha and Krishna, along with Srila Bhaktivedanta, who's clearly been described as an associate of Radharani, Gokishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, all associates of Radharani. So we can also assume that Prabhupada is in that same category. but he's kindly appeared within this material world and spread Krishna consciousness in just 11 years. So we can connect through him by reading his books and by serving in his mission, the ISKCON mission. Somehow they're taking on some responsibility, doing something within the ISKCON mission, according to our propensity, according to our ability. If you can manage lots of conflict managements and things, you can become a GBC member. Otherwise, you do Food for Life or deity worship, or publishing books, or simply studying Prabhupada's books as an example to others. So somehow that we do something within the ISKCON mission, according to our ability, according to our adhikari, qualification. We can worship the deity of Prabhupada, and I strongly recommend that everyone has a deity of Prabhupada. We can have the picture, but you can also have the brass deity, or now they make the ceramic deity of Prabhupada. And one can offer one's food. Of course, one offers to one's own guru, but Prabhupada is clearly the founder Acharya of ISKCON and the main Siksha guru. Without minimizing our own particular gurus, who are Diksha and also Siksha, but their duty or responsibility is to connect their disciples to Prabhupada. So I'm explaining how you do that, by reading his books, by reading about his life, Prabhupada Lilamrita, by serving in the ISKCON mission, cooperating, and by worshipping his deity. These are the main ways you can connect. Then gradually become more advanced, and you can begin to realize Prabhupada's position in Vrindavan as a Nityasiddha, eternally liberated associate of Radha and Krishna. This also will come. No one needs to whisper something in your ear. You will automatically understand as you attain the stage of Ashakti and the stage of Bhav. So then your relationship with Prabhupada is on a antaranga, siddha pranali. It's on a higher level. Not to minimize the lower level. In spiritual life, actually everything is equal. So the higher level comes later. The lower level is what we're involved in, practicing sadhana bhakti in this material world. So we should reevaluate our position, rededicate ourselves to Prabhupada's mission, and appreciate how fortunate we are to come in contact with Prabhupada's deity, Prabhupada's books, Prabhupada's disciples, Prabhupada's grand disciples, and Prabhupada's mission. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jagannath Subhadra Balaram ki jai. Shri Radha Radhanath ki jai. Nidai Gaura Hari Go Premanandi Hari Hari Bo.